Hi, welcome back. Yesterday I gave you a suggestion for when you go blank. Did you try it? You might not have needed it yet, but it's there for you whenever you need it. Questions are another way to redirect your brain when it's not going in a direction you want. It's amazing with questions. You ask a question and your brain immediately goes to find the answer. Let me give you an example. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Mine is Oreo, or sometimes pumpkin. All right, but did your brain just go there? I mean, I asked you a question and immediately your brain started thinking of what your favorite ice cream flavor is, and most of us have one. Let's try one more. What's the best way to get to your friend's house? So I'm thinking, okay, go down that road. Yep, I got it. All right. The point here is that when you ask your brain a question, it goes to find an answer. That's very powerful if you ask it a good question. Here's the problem. A lot of us are going around asking questions like, why does everything always happen to me? Ooh, I don't know if I want to know the answer to that. Or even worse, what else could go wrong? I don't like that one at all because you'll find out. Those are on days when it seems like nothing else is going right. You say, what else could go wrong? Not a good question. Here's a better question. What if you asked instead, what's good about this? I'm going to tell you a very short story. Years ago when I was teaching every day, I live in the northeast of the U.S. and it was an icy day and I was late for school. And I went to go in the garage and just before I got in my car, I slipped on a patch of ice and slid under the car. Now, you might think that would be a bad day. Like that might be the kind of day where you say, what else could go wrong? But I was just learning this. And what I said to myself is, what's good about this? And I started to laugh because I thought it was funny. I didn't have my cell phone on me. There was no one else in the house at that time to rescue me. I knew I had to get out, so I started laughing. And, from that day forward, it was like, here's something ridiculous that happened to me. And I was dirty because, the floor of the garage wasn't all that clean and I had to go change up and I was late for school. But what was good about this is I found a way through it that was not stressful. It's that good a question, So ask yourself right now, what's good about 2020? Now, trust me, I know there's a lot of things that are not. But there are some good things. There are. I mean, for me, it was I had time to catch up on some things. I had time to think about what do I really want to do with my life. And I'm not going to the negative, but there's so many things that as I kept going, I kept thinking of, wow, look at people connecting in a good way. There was a lot of positive connection, a lot of kindness, a lot of people stepping up to do amazing things and helping other people out. And again, I know there's a lot of negative things, but that's not where I'm going if I want to not be stressed. I want to think about things that will make me feel good in the moment and good long term. So what's good about this is really powerful. Now, I got that question from Tony Robbins, and it's a series of questions which I'll go into later in the course. But let me give you one more example for me. I had a big birthday as I was starting to write this. So it was about a week ago. And normally, this is a big one. So normally if there's a big birthday, there's a lot of people involved and there would have been all kinds of celebrating. But with COVID, that wasn't happening. So I was sitting out in my backyard with my notepad writing this actually. And I said, what's good about this? And I went through, I'm healthy. It's a nice day out. I'm in a nice little protected, inexpensive gazebo with no bugs, which for me is a good thing. And as the day went on, I kept having more good things because I'm blessed enough to have a lot of people who took the time to wish me a happy birthday by text, by Facebook Messenger, by phone call. I got some great gifts. I got to have dinner with two of my close relatives. We've all been being safe, so we knew we could be in each other's company. Turned out to be a pretty amazing day and one I'll never forget because I focused on what's good about this. I hear that next year we're going to celebrate the big birthday party, and that's great. But the most important thing is I was able to manage the day because I was able to think good things. And it takes practice, but you're at the beginning of it, and it's definitely possible. If it can work for me, it can work for anybody. So that's your thing for today, your lesson for today. I'm new at this, as you can probably tell. This is not how I intended to originally do these lessons, but here we are. And the main thing is, if I make a mistake, I'm just going to keep going because that's life and we don't want any more stress than we need. That's a great lesson for all of us. So I will see you tomorrow. Until then, don't forget, keep shining.